見ろよ、あの島。でけえ塔がいっぱい立ってる。空に伸びてるあの光はなんだ？
One Piece Odyssey, a game that I had been really excited to try out. And I finally have, and here's my review. I'm Dan from GameReviewsAU, thanks for joining me. So, One Piece Odyssey. Okay, if you were wondering... No, I played this on PS5, for starters, and if you're wondering where in the anime it starts off from, it seems to be a story of its own. I don't remember this stuff happening in the anime. Yeah, so yeah. You have the entire Straw Hat crew with you. They get blasted up into the Sky Islands, I think they were called. And that's where this new little story commences. You obviously take control of Luffy. You will gain access to all the other characters: Nami, Sanji, Zoro, Brook, Frankie, Chopper, Nico, Robin, so on and so forth. I'm pretty sure I got all of them. Usopp! I missed Usopp, sorry. Yeah, and you'll explore this island, and you are basically... Well, your ship, the oh, what's it called? The 100 Sunny? Oh man, I haven't watched it for so long I forget these names. Your ship is torn apart whilst getting up to the Sky Islands. So to begin with, you're trying to fix the ship whilst exploring this island. You come across some other people, one of which seems to have devil fruit powers, the other doesn't. And this is where the game starts, really. The whole beginning part is kind of like a tutorial that you can't skip, which is kind of annoying. I wanted a bit of open world. I wanted some freedom. I wanted to go where I wanted, but there was a lot of, oh, we can't go that way. You're gonna have to turn around, and then you just wait for it to reload and let you turn around, and that was kind of lame. But it's here that you start to get to terms with the combat. Now, for a One Piece game, I expected the combat to be very action-based, very fast-paced, but in this, it's turn-based. Kind of like how I felt with Marvel's Midnight Suns. It was like, well, I wanted button bashing. I wanted to take control of Luffy and just go to town on baddies. But instead, you touch a monster in the field and then you enter a turn-based combat with them. It can be sped up, which is very, very welcome, because even though it looks really cool and all the moves that they have access to look flash and just really overpowered and cool, it can feel quite drawn out. I don't remember having these feelings with old turn-based combat games. But then again, I was younger then, easier to impress. Now I'm an old fogey who hates on a lot of things. But yeah, the combat, it is turn-based. You have your group of 4 characters, I'm pretty sure it is, and you'll be up against a number of enemies. These enemies can be beasts, sea creatures, other humans, etc. And you will have access to normal attacks and special attacks, and also using items. Now the special attacks use TP, don't know what that stands for, something points, talent, no, whatever, technical points, yeah, sure, why not. And these will let you use your special attacks. And the special attacks look really cool. Some of them will do a single enemy damage, some of them will do multiple enemies, some of them will do status effects, and so on and so forth. Each character that you have on your team will have different sorts of attacks, and the way that the combat against enemies works, it integrates the whole rock paper scissors sort of thing. So fist is good against guns, I think. Oh man, Oh, so bad, but yeah. There's a little bit of strategy involved. Now, once you'll also notice that at the beginning you're quite overpowered. You're all level 40, and you're kind of like, oh, I wanted to level them up myself. What gives, man? But that's where the story takes off. One of the people you come across takes away your power and scatters it amongst around the island. So then everyone's gone back to level 1. So therefore it's kind of a more even level, even playing ground for you and the monsters. And that's kind of cool because it makes it feel less easy, but at the same time it's kind of a cop-out because you're like, oh, okay, so instead of making the enemies strong enough to take on the One Piece, the Straw Hat pirates, you're instead brought down to their level, and from there you've just got to work your way back up and collect your powers around the island. You can change who you run around as well. So you can be Luffy, and he can stretch his arms, obviously, to get to places that no one else can reach. You can be Zoro and use your swords to cut down gates or whatever. I haven't seen many other uses for the other characters, but I'm sure there will be some uses further along. The graphics in One Piece Odyssey are really bang on. I especially like seeing Nico Robin and Nami, among others, but yeah, it's really cool to see them animated this way. And I do like that the game doesn't really spoil what's happening in the anime. It takes its own story and plays it out and lets you enjoy it and experience life as the Straw Hat Pirates. I'm going to be giving One Piece Odyssey 4 out of 5 stars on PS5. I feel that if it had a different type of combat, that it would bring it up to 5 stars, but the turn-based, Anyway, if you like this review, please hit the thumbs up button down below. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you do so choose to do so, leave a comment down below. Check out my Patreon page, there's a link in the description below, and consider pledging some dollary dues to me. I'll see you next time, boy.
ついてこい。何してる？こっちだ。ついてこい。